I have a new perfume haul for you. I'm going to share with you perfumes that are new to my collection. Two of them are completely new to me and two of them were on mine or our wish list, and we now have them in our family collection, let's say. So let's start out with a classic. I would say the classic when it comes to the house of Diptyque, which is Philosykos. So this one is one, I would say, of the original fig perfumes. And every time you spoke about fig, you always talked about Philosykos. This is the Eau de Toilette version. And it has the main accords of green, woody, and fresh. It only lists 3 notes, which are top note, fig, middle note, fig leaf, and base note, fig tree. So you can guess what this smells like. I have to say, I have known this perfume for years, my husband as well, and he always liked it. He loves the note of fig. For me, this is a work of art. Look at this bottle. Wow. And I can smell this perfume from afar. It's such a realistic scent. I applaud Diptyque because they always have a specific DNA. Even though the perfumes are very different from each other, they still have this specific DNA. So you know it's a Diptyque perfume. And also the quality is always top notch. I've never smelled anything where I was like, oh, this smells very synthetic, or I don't know. It always remains quite sophisticated and elegant, quite French. And this one is a very simple perfume. If you want to smell fresh and green and like a real fig tree, then this is it. It's not fruity, sweet, milky, anything like that. Sometimes you have like fig milk types of perfumes or really sweet fig perfumes, like a ripe fig fruit. This is not it. This just smells like how the fruit smells from the outside, not really, you know, the juice. It's, to me, this is like spring and summertime in Italy is basically what it smells like. Such a clean, simple, yet innovative perfume. And I know now a lot of perfume brands have fig perfumes, but not as clean, like clean in the sense of it's a simple yet hard thing to do, to be able to say this smells like the whole tree, the bark, the leaf, the fruit from the outside. It's beautiful, definitely beautiful. I think this will be something my husband is going to wear all through spring and summer, but I'm going to wear it as well. It's something you can share, definitely. Same goes for this baby. And you were all like, Yasmin, why don't you have this in your collection? This cannot be. So now I have Nishane's Wulong Cha in my collection. One of the tea perfumes. And of course, I already opened it. I've already worn it. And this is something, oh my God, I love this card. Don't you think this is so beautiful? And don't you think this basically looks like Philosykos? I think it's so beautiful. So this is what the bottle comes in. It's like on top of like a cushion, basically. And this one is an extrait de parfum. I love the packaging. I love their bottles. They're super heavy. And again, like in a lot of perfumes nowadays, the cap seems to be heavier than the perfume bottle itself. And I have been wearing it. I can tell you I have been wearing it already. The main accords are citrus, fresh, spicy, and aromatic, with notes of, in the top, bergamot, orange, mandarin orange, lychee cubeba, middle notes, oolong tea, and nutmeg, and the base notes are fig and musk. And I'm going to be quick and tell you that this is one of the best tea perfumes, but more so, it's, I would say, the longest lasting tea perfume I've ever smelled. So it's so good. It really is so, so good. A lot of the tea perfumes in my collection smell quite alike. A lot of them are quite unisex, green, fresh tea scents that maybe have slight bits of sweetness in there, but not too much. And this one is like that as well. But all of the other ones have a performance of maybe 4 hours. This one I sprayed in the morning and I could smell myself in the evening. No problems at all. Like, it was insane. Yeah, and it's nice because it does smell like some other perfumes in my collection, but then there's this je ne sais quoi, and I don't really know what it is. Maybe it's the nutmeg, and maybe it's because it's oolong tea and it's not green tea or black tea, or the fig. I don't really smell fig. To me, it's definitely like a ice cold iced tea, and I would say it is actually green tea and black tea, but like a mild black tea. And maybe you put some oolong tea in there as well. And then you put a lot of slices of citrusy fruits in there, but not too long, and you don't press them. You don't get the juiciness, you don't get the sweetness, you just get the sour, fresh parts. It's just like infused. And the musk in here makes it quite light and airy. It's not a super heavy scent at all. And especially if you look at the performance, you would maybe think it's going to be something has to be like very deep in here to make it as intense and long lasting, but I cannot tell you what it is. But it's not heavy to me at all. The only thing is that because it is so much like others, I think if this had more like a sweet fruit in here, maybe like a vanilla, because I have the Ambra Calabria and that one has this combination of warm sweet notes and citrusy fruits that would add on to the wow factor, but it is still such a nice perfume, and I gravitate so much towards those fresh tea perfumes. They just refresh me so much and are a little bit more interesting than your average out of the shower clean musky perfume. And then I have two of the Ormondo Jayne travel sizes. I got one for me and one basically for my husband. So let's start out with this one. So I got Montabaco Verano a while ago for him, and he used up the entire bottle, and I love this perfume on him. But the intensity wasn't like giving a lot. It was a very soft but beautiful perfume. So when I saw that they had Montabaco Intensivo, I was so interested to try it out. So this is that Montabaco Intensivo. And the main accords for this one are woody, aromatic, and citrus. We definitely have some intense notes. The top notes are mountain air, bergamot, orange oil, juniper, cardamom, clary sage. The middle notes are tea, hedione, violet, rose, and magnolia. And the base notes are tobacco, isoe super, moss, suede, sandalwood, ambergris, and tonka bean. Okay, so one thing before I start to tell you what I think about it, I talked to someone from the team and they told me that Gesa Schön is behind a lot, at least a lot, of their creations, and he's one of my favorite perfumers. And I think the story was that actually he didn't have a lab, and so he could work at the lab of Ormondo Jayne. And so because of that, they worked together and he did a lot of her creations that she wanted to be launched. So he's the perfumer of this one, and he's known for molecule-like, fresh, woody, green perfumes, and this is exactly that. But if you compare it to the Montabaco Verano, that one is a citrusy, fresh scent with some aromatics and some woody touches to it. But this one, to me, is a lot more spicy, but like really fresh, almost soapy spices. You really can detect the cardamom, the juniper, and also the clary sage. But you also get this tea note that reminds me of mate. To me, it smells a lot like mate. And maybe it's the combination of the violet, the tobacco, the moss that gives it this mate effect. But that is basically what I smell. It is a little bit on the molecule side. You do get the isoisoper that he of course loves. But I think I enjoy the original one more still. That one was a little bit more happy and uplifting and maybe slightly more sweet. They're not sweet perfumes, but sweet in the sense of orangey sweetness. Yeah, but it's definitely more potent. The other one would be a skin scent by now, and this one is definitely more amped up. And the last one is also by Ormondo Jayne, also a travel size, and this one my husband picked out for me. It's called Bukhara or Bukhara, and this one has the main accords of white floral, fruity, and woody. And this one has notes of peach, blackcurrant, and bergamot in the top, tuberose, orange blossom, and jasmine in the middle, and vanilla, sandalwood, amber, white cedar, and oud in the base. So let's try it out. I did spray it in the store, and he discovered it and sprayed it in the store, and he was like, oh my god, this is going to be something for you. So with this one, a lot of people say that it reminds them of the My Way perfumes. The original, the flankers, the Parfum version, and I have the Parfum version of My Way. And the Armani perfumes, for me, are a lot more loud and in your face and a little bit more unrefined. And this one is more powdery. It almost goes into a marshmallowy direction, infused with orange water, which reminds me of Love Don't Be Shy or Oriana, those types of perfumes. This kind of marshmallowy, light and fluffy orange blossom. But then you also have this creamy tuberose, but for me the tuberose is loud in the beginning, and as it dries down it gets more creamy, more soft, which is the tuberose I prefer. I don't really get oud. I don't really get amber. I don't really get cedar. To me, this is not a heavy scent whatsoever. It's a very creamy floral scent with slight fruity touches, but more so like a creamy, luxurious body butter. That is what it smells like to me. And this is something I could see as a signature scent. It's not like, oh yeah, your office scent that nobody's going to say something about. It's more like a statement, but not something offensive whatsoever. I think it's a signature scent because it's not really fruity or not really fresh. It has aspects of all of that, but there's also a little bit of a depth to it. So I would say this is something you could wear throughout the year, just like Oriana or Love Don't Be Shy. But this one is more complex and doesn't go to that direction too much. It doesn't lean too much into that orange blossom, marshmallow territory. There is a lot more going on. So these were all of the new perfumes in my collection. Let me know if you've tried any of them and what you think of them, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!